Okay, welcome to another episode of Assembly Leon Tardy. I'm your host, The Jim. Today, I have with me Commissioner Butts, Kendrick Butts. He's the commissioner here in Baldwin County, and it's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad. Honored to be in your presence. Been hearing nothing but good things about you, you know. Mr. Butts.
Okay.
Why is that, I wonder?
I guess because I'm doing good things. I don't know. That's the only reason I know how. So, I work for the people, so I guess.
Okay. Before we get to that, we got some announcements. I got a clock making video series. I'm going to be starting that up. And I got Mr. Clarence Hall, who should be coming next week. He's going to be my guest next week. So y'all need to stay tuned for that. Clarence Hall is a co-affiliate or co-head of the NAACP here in Milledgeville. And that's where you were commissioner too, right here in Milledgeville, Baldwin County. Is it Baldwin County or is it?
Baldwin County District 2.
Okay.
District 2.
Okay, District 2. Okay. So how many districts?
It's 5 districts. My area cover Ella Memorial Drive, Hartwood area, Coopers, the west side, I think 243 of Coopers to the railroad track off of Mayoretta Road, cover right across from Baldwin High School in that area.
Okay. Also, under the announcements, I got Willie Tennyson. He's coming probably 4 months in. And we have Mayor Copeland sometime shortly. I don't know exactly when the date is going to be. Hopefully, very shortly. And we have another interview with Floyd Griffin coming up in the near future, too. So y'all stay tuned for that. We have so much other stuff planned, so many other things going on. So just want to make sure y'all guys stay tuned for that. Okay, so back to Mr. Butts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how did you get started in politics? We're going to talk about the politics, how you got started with that first.
Okay.
How you got interested in that.
Well, the reason I seen a concern in my community that need to be addressed with roads, with the things that happen in the community, trying to elevate the people and make them do things. So it made me want to join in on the fight to bring our community back and get the potential that we need in the community. I grew up, like I said, on this side of town, Milledgeville Manor. I grew up, Barty Project, Milledgeville Manor. The things that I was seeing, I didn't like. So I got in politics to change my community for a positive aspect, make the people understand what we need to do in the community and bring it back like it was when I grew up.
Oh, so you wanted to join the fight,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How has that been for you?
It's been good. It's been a good battle. We're trying to elevate the people's minds and hearts and make them understand and get involved in the community. So I think I ain't touch and reach everybody, though, but I ain't going to give up. So I think the ones I have, we building a coalition and building a thing to come up and get the community better. Because I can't do it by myself. No politician can do it by themselves. It's got to be people in the community working together side by side to make our community better.
Okay. How long have you been involved with, in politics? How long have you been involved?
This is my 4th year. Well, actually, I've been involved in politics all my life, behind the scenes, working and running my business, though. But I've always been interested in politics, though. So but this for officially being elected in office, this is my 4th year, first term.
Okay. So, what's the length of a term for?
It's 4 years. We just went up to the local legislation district. 3, 4, and 5, they'll be staggered. So whoever get elected in opposition will have to run again in 2 years. In District 1 and 2, which is my district, and Commissioner Davis, we on the rotation of the president election.
Okay.
So we just doing, and the reason we're doing staggered elections, so we want to lose the board at all at one time, and the knowledge in the leadership of the board at one time.
Okay. Oh. And you're an electrician too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How's that been? How you like that?
Love it. I love it.
How long you been an electrician?
Since 1993. So what? I've been in business since 2002. So you're talking about 22 years I've owned my business, but I've been an electrician since 93. So don't correct me on the math. So back that up. So,
well, what's the most dangerous thing you've done as an electrician?
working with 13A. You're working with 13A, the primary, so you have to do special thing where what we call it the space suit, and make sure that you never, so that's most of the dangerous thing I ever doing.
Is that kind of wiring for commercial or?
In industrial. Most of you going to see that in an industrial field.
Oh, okay. And have you ever been shot? I'm pretty sure people want to know that. Have you ever been shot,
right,
sir?
I have. Yes, sir.
Does that happen often?
No, you don't want that to happen often. So.
Okay. All right, then. What's the hardest thing you did or had to come across in your route for becoming, on your road to becoming a politician? What was the hardest thing, the hardest hump for you to get over?
I would say the hardest thing was to do to try to educate the people what a commissioner do. Because I before I became a commissioner, I never called my commissioner. I knew who my commissioner was, but I never had any reason. So a lot of things I thought I could do, you can't do it. So you got to be a great listener and just listen to the people and understand knowing what your job is. And a lot of things I thought my commissioner job was is not that. So just trying to work across the board with all different people from nationality, economic backgrounds to political backgrounds, and just trying to work with them and build. Because I came in thinking, hey, blah, 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 I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. Then I had to understand I'm only one vote. So I had to go back and say, hey, I got to come up with how I can work with people. I'm the youngest person on the board at my age. The next one is like 1-2 generations ahead of me. So being able to just learn and educate yourself and just work with the people, I think that was a harder thing.
Okay. That's the hardest thing that you had to do was try to work and educate the people.
And get them motivated and want to be a part of this. Because in our community, we think that we don't have a voice. We don't have a chance. So you have to educate them, let them know you do. You got to come out and speak, let people know what you want in your community, and you got to fight for it. It's got to be, the words got to equal up to your actions of what you want to do to change your community. Like I say, no politician going to change your community. It's
no single politician.
But one person can start the catalyst to change it, because a lot of things that I have changed come from the people in the community by one phone call. One phone call making it to me and just saying, because I don't know everything. I don't know. We got over 450 roads in Baldwin County. I think over like 120 roads in my district. I can't be on every road. But due to my business, I have been on a lot of roads that the average person haven't been on. Mm-hmm. So I know a lot of roads and areas in Baldwin County. But we still have to work together with the people based on what they tell me. That's why I say I'm available to anybody.
You got an open door policy?
Open door 24/7. 24/7, 365. Leap year, this year 366 if it's a leap year. So I'm always available to the people for the call me. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I start my day off usually 3:30, and I go to bed about 7 o'clock. So I'm up every day ready to go work for the people.
Give us a rundown of some of the duties, or if do you know all of the duties? If not, just give us a rundown of some of the duties that the commissioner is responsible for.
We're responsible for. Well, we work up on the county manager administration. So we have to correspond with the county manager. He run, I think, 14, 18 department from record rate. We had to work with the elected officials, constitution elected people in the county, try to work with them to do things. We set their budget. We make sure that things are running right around Baldwin County, from the roads, from the water, to the safety of the employees, safety of the people, police department. We manage the money that we send to them so they can run our department efficiently. We have to manage the budget. You have to know what the budget is, how much is going in it, see things you can tweak. We have to work with these people. So that's basically what it is. We have to look at the tax base. I think the Baldwin County budget is about 25, operating budget is about 25 million, approximately. Don't hold it straight to the number, about 25 million. We got to manage the T-Splosh, the loss, the splash, the intergovernment agreements with the city and the county, the service delivery strategy from the water. A lot of things that the city do, we have to work with them, know them with their water department, because a lot of their water department is in our county, so we have to do that.
Both for the water, city and county, or just the county?
Well, with the county and the city, we got the service, it's SDS, service delivery strategy, that we have to negotiate that with them.
That's the garbage pickup, right?
It's a lot of things with the water department, mostly with them. We have to It's places in Baldwin County that the city supply water, and that was did before me. So we have to manage that with them and say, hey, y'all set their prices. Well, the city set those prices, but we have to negotiate that with them and do things like that. Hospital, we do stuff with hospital. We got the taxes. We have to make sure our tax base and taxes getting collected. You're responsible for that.
If I don't pay my hospital bill, y'all responsible for
no,
sharing my check?
No, you're not. We're not responsible for that.
Good,
But we're responsible for maintaining the house. And we're not responsible for maintaining the hospital, but we have to do things to make sure a hospital stay here.
Okay.
If it's taxable and it within our means. And nobody want to lose a hospital.
Have we ever come close to losing our hospital?
Yes, before I got in office.
Are you allowed to speak on that?
Yes, no problem. I don't know a lot about it because I wasn't in the office then, but the leadership that were before me, they did. And by the way, I was against us paying the taxes and doing that $25 we pay for each parcel or tax we do. But once I got in office, and that's one of the things I say when you get in office, you understand. It opened my eyes to that. No way I would be for losing this hospital here. So a lot of things I've been educated on and know that a lot of things I said before I got in office, I'm saying it different. I go back and let people know that I would never advocate not to pay. I'll pay $100 out of my, well, I ain't gonna say that because I'll pay whatever it take within the budget and within the means to keep a hospital here in Baldwin County.
Yes, sir. I bet you just educated a lot of people. A lot of people didn't know that we almost lost our hospital. What year was that? Do you know?
It had
How
to
long?
be.
How long?
I don't know. I think it had to be. I came in office 2020, so it had to be somewhere before 2020, and for 4 years, I think. When I started paying that $25 on my taxes to do that.
Okay. Now, what accomplishments have you made since you've been the commissioner?
But since I've been commissioned with the help of the board, we have opened up the recreation department. We have got T-Splash. We have allowed for 100. As I was coming in here, I seen y'all got a camera on Young Blood Road. We have did that. Personal thing, we got water. I got water. We're together working with the people in Coopers. Clean water down there.
Okay. The water was messed up?
They said that they were having problems with their water for over 40 years. So now they got clean water down in Cooper. We working with getting the parks. Through community outreach, we doing things at the Hasburg area, Cooper's, Hartford area. We revitalizing that. That's one of the things I ran on, to revitalize the areas and bring acknowledgement to the areas. So we got community involvement. It's more people coming in and getting involved in the community. So far, I've been in office. I did 7 community events where people come out. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. And that just to listen to people. I call it Q&A. Just listen to the people and hear their problems and concerns they have. Then we go out and work on it. So that's some of the things we have did.
Is it stressful for you? I mean,
not for me. I love it.
No.
Not at all. I love doing it.
Okay. Well, have you ever come to blows? Have you ever been close to coming to blows?
Nobody
threatened you?
Nah, I never had that. You know, I tell people all the time, I'm gonna meet you on respect, and I'm gonna depart on respect. You know, I ain't never had that.
Okay, so what have you done anything, or have y'all anything in place for the youth, like improving on the parks or recreational facilities?
Right. We have. When I first came in office, they wasn't opening up the gym on Saturdays. Some people reached out to me and told me that.
Which gym is it though?
It's the Walk B. Wiggins gym.
Okay.
That's the only gym we have in Baldwin County at this time. So through some people reaching out to me in the community, we came back, we worked together, we got the gym open. Okay. That's some of the things we doing. I'm involved with a program with a young lady, I can't think of her name right now. It's Danny Salas, so I can't think of her name. We went out to the manor. We did a community a garden out in the manor. We based that off how they got it out in Hasburg. So we worked with the guy that owned the manor. You know, I used to do contract work for him, Richard Sims.
Okay.
So we got in contact with him. He doing some things out there in the manor, doing those things. So that's some of the things we doing for the youth. And one of the things I'm gonna be doing the next 4 years. By the way, I just got I qualified last Friday. I'm unopposed again. So some of the things I want to do next is do a junior commissioner board and try to get the youth to get on board and so educate them on Civil 101 and show them what in government what they need to do and how we run government get them involved in coming to meetings and doing things. So we doing things. We constantly working with the NAACP, with organization Baldwin Connect, different organization around Baldwin County trying to doing things for the youth.
Okay. So you mentioned the park, or Walter B. Williams Park, that pool. I
Right.
never. What was the purpose or the reason, behind it closing, or they filling it in?
Well, they told me the reason for closing it up because it would cost too much money to maintain it, and they closed it up. But that was before I got in office.
And do you believe that?
I don't know. I can't say do I believe it or not because I never seen the evidence of it. It was closed down 5 years before I got in office.
But you did say you got a $25 million budget.
Right. So, well, you got a $25 million budget, then you got to look at also the things it take to run that $25 million budget. So, it's a scheme thing.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not familiar with how that works.
Right.
So.
And I don't know if the budget was $25 million
at that time.
I'm telling you the budget when I look at it. It's roughly around operating budget.
Okay.
That ain't including a lot of other money coming in. So it's a lot. We got T-Splash, lost, just got T-Splash, just got approved by the people. Lost. So you talking about
explain to them what is
T-Splash is transportation special purpose local option sale tax.
Mm-hmm.
Splash is special purpose local option sale tax. That means they put a penny on everything. T-Splash, they go toward building roads and doing things.
Okay.
Splash go apart doing projects like the pool. That's what we're gonna get the aquatic center out of this Splash. And they do capital improvement things with that Splash. It's a penny every time you go to buy something. You spending an extra penny for to do that. A loss is just a tax that you pay anyway. With the state set that you have to negotiate with the county. With the county and the city negotiate. 69, they negotiate off point of sale. We negotiate off population. So, any things we have to do a lot with that though. But you're talking roughly around $150, $200 million over 5 years. So,
you said aquatic center.
It's going to be aquatic. It's a $5 million been approved. They just let it out. And people can go on the website. It's BaldwinCountyGA.com. A lot of this information that you need to know what's going on in Baldwin County. Mm-hmm. If you can't come to meetings, if you can't read the newspaper, go to the website, BaldwinCountyGA.com. We have a newsletter come out, and you can look at our meetings online every first and third Tuesday of each month. So it's no reason for people not to be educated on what's going on in their community, if they're interested.
Yeah, I'm interested in this aquatic center.
Right.
Where is it going to be located? Do y'all have a location yet, and what is it going to?
It's going to be up to the old
What is
prison.
it going to consist of? That's what I was wondering.
Lazy. It's going to slides, guys. A lazy where you go around. Mm-hmm. But again, you can go on the website and it's got the plans on that. You can see everything what's going on with that.
Okay. So you said a term for a county commissioner. What is it? County commissioner, or is it city commissioner, or just commissioner?
County commissioner.
4 years.
4 years. Well, District 1 and 2 will be 4 years, starting 2025, and District 3, 4, and 5 will be for 2 years. So the people that get elected in that district this year, they have to run again in 2027.
Okay. And I guess I want to get some views of your opinion of, your opinion on today's politicians as a whole. I'm talking about all of government, versus the older or the vintage politicians, ones from our era, from the time we were familiar with government up until now. What's your opinion on the old versus the new, or the vintage versus the now?
I think the things they had to do was different from the things I'm doing now, because they had to fight. They had to fight for us to get the right to vote. Mm-hmm. Now it's up to me to fight to keep that right to vote. So I think the difference is technology. You can't lie to the people. You can't divide the people, because through Google, through research, we can always YouTube, talking with people. You can always go in there and find out the right answer. Mm-hmm. But also through media, people can be manipulated by media. A&I coming out with different things they doing. So it's got to be people that really concerned about it. You got to be a great researcher and know what you vote for and who you vote for, and just don't listen to the media to do that. You know, I believe in grassroots politics, knocking on doors, meeting people face to face and talking with them, not depending on Facebook and social media so much to get your message out, because it can be manipulated, it can be distorted, it can be changed and edited and make you think that what you're saying is not what you're saying. So, but if I'm sitting here face to face with you, you know what I'm saying. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can ask me and say, can you elaborate on that, what you mean by that?
Yeah.
And I can say, I can tell you. So I believe in grassroots, looking a man in his eyes, face to face, and talking with him.
I noticed you took your glasses off. I put these on to make you.
Well, see, I don't have to see. I put these on to see when I got to read.
I put these on. I know y'all probably thinking, he wearing glasses. No, I don't wear glasses. I put these on actually to make my guests more comfortable, and he done took his off.
Well, on the time, because I was reading that $1 million paperwork that you're going to give me when I make this, so that's why I had to put my glasses on, though. Anytime I read, those reading glasses, they not to see glasses, though.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Incoming. Just a warning. It's a light diet incoming. Do you feel like that there is contrast in this, in treatment or biasness when it comes to south side of town versus north side of town?
Yes, I do.
Okay. No, wait.
Okay.
Now that you said yes, okay. I just want you. It's not going to be anything.
I ain't scared of no question. I'm going to give you my facts, what I believe in. So anything you ask
y'all
me.
know that this is unscripted. And, you got to understand that's how I like to do most of my podcasts. So far,
right.
I've done it like that. So we haven't rehearsed anything. I'd like to reiterate that. But, so you said, yeah, so elaborate on that a little bit.
The problem is, I believe in the concept of closed mouth don't get fed. Mm-hmm. If you ain't showing up and talking to your politics.
So you think everybody on the south side, are you saying everybody on the south side refuse to show up?
What I'm saying is, if you're not out there being active in your community, if you are not there fighting for it, they ain't going to give you anything.
Okay.
They ain't going to give you nothing. They're going to be politics run off of numbers and people who interact with them. And it shouldn't be that way, though. That's what I'm fighting for every day. So you look at my history and my votes, the things I did, I catered to, and that's some of the things in meetings I'll be telling them. They've been neglected for over 40, 45 years. Why is that? It's a lot of elements to that. The people are not getting involved. The population is getting older. The new generation is not getting involved in it. I believe in do for self. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in depending on government. You depend on government. I believe you getting out there in your community, making it do what you need for it to do. I did several things on the south side, from cutting grass. The community that was out there, they didn't show up. I don't see the south side at the meetings. I don't see the south side doing that. So it's not the politician fault what's going on.
Okay.
Because you got to let the politician know. Okay. And then if that politician don't come up with a game plan and try to tackle these problems, this is a collective thing that we need to do. It's a collective thing. Businessman's gonna go where their dollars can make the most money. I believe in capitalism. Mm-hmm. They're gonna go and make the most money that'll come.
Yeah. So you think the most money coming from the north side? You think?
Well, you got the traffic. That's where most of the traffic at. That's just common sense. When you go down North Columbia Street, you can't even hardly turn left or right on North Columbia Street. I can go right out when I leave your house. I'm gonna turn left or right, and I ain't gonna have to sit there 30 minutes. So that's common sense.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next.
That's common sense. But the South Side, I love it. I grew up over here. Yeah. I'd have been in meeting where people try to down the South Side, and I could stand up and say, you're not gonna do this. My mama been in meeting. My mama raised me on this side. Mm-hmm. And she raised me because the neighborhood you stay in right now, mm-hmm. I couldn't even walk in this neighborhood when I grew up.
Over here?
Yeah, that was a white neighborhood. Mm-hmm. The neighborhood I first bought my house in off of McDowell and Beaumont Circle. Mm-hmm. We could not walk off of those streets and walk to Southside School. People would try to run us down. We had to stay in the manor, but that don't make us, we were human too. Mm-hmm. We had a thriving neighborhood over here. We had Hogan House. We had BD Store. We always had thriving, so we allowed these things to go. We had the young lady that ran off of Barnes Avenue, right there with the store. Mm-hmm. She used to cook for the community. Mm-hmm. Well, we lost our business and lost our sense of where we belong and what we understand, but we got to fight with it. I don't believe in it. You can't blame government If you ain't never showing up and putting in, you can say all day the Southside. Well, why the Southside like that? I believe in the why analysis. You ask me a question, why? Because they ain't give why. Have you ever talked to a politician? Who your school board member is? Who your commission is? Where you vote at? These people don't even know this.
Yeah.
So you can't expect for people to do for your neighbor. They stay on the north side of town. How many people you gonna see come on the north side of town to come over here? They're not gonna interact with us.
No, they don't.
So you gotta come to the meetings and you gotta hold your politician responsible.
Okay.
You gotta hold your politician, your school board member. They don't go to school boards. They don't go to city. They don't go to the city thing. We got a young lady that running on the city side over here in an 80 and 90% Democratic and black area, been in office 20 some years. We should not have anybody representing our community. It won't come to no meetings. We should not have anybody representing us that we don't even know their name and won't even speak for us. So we got to be held. We got to put the responsibility and the blame where it at. We got to get out and fight for our community. These people ain't going to change our community. They ain't going to come out here and do that. They ain't worried about that. I'm over here every day, all day long, fight. Getting cameras over here, trying to do a 4-way stop sign right up the road from where you live when you come out of there doing that. They ain't coming over here. Community ain't coming over here. Ain't nobody, So it's got to be the community, and it's got to be bringing it to the politician. I have meetings every 6 months, semi-annual. I'm going to do it 4 times quarterly this year. Come out, let me know what you want. Call me on the phone. Nobody in the community should not know who their school board member is, who their city council is, who their commissioner is, who their DA. Same way you got to hold me accountable, you got to hold the DA and everybody accountable. Why we got crime so high on the south side? And you got police that get money, you paying the money. Call them. They just like me. They elected just like me. They should be acceptable and responsible. The power is in the people. The people control who go in office. I could not be in my seat that I sit in every day and regulate stuff if it wasn't for the people in the community. They the more power. They the one got all the power. They the one determine who sit in them seats. But if they don't go vote, if they don't voice their opinion, they don't come out in their community, they don't fight for it, because I'm telling you right now, it's a battle with me. I'm only 20% overboard in the vote. They're not going to give us anything unless you got to show them the numbers and the facts. Why we got $150 million coming in this city over 5 years and we can't get nothing fixed over here? People call me with things and problem. I say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and won't even show up until the meeting. Won't even come there. I don't, but I'm going to continue to fight. I'm going to continue to voice my opinion. I'm going to continue to do the things I want, but I can't do this by myself. I try the best I can do, but it's so nice when you got people right beside you that look like you and understand what you saying and fight with you.
Are you open for fighting, or at least the idea of putting a precinct on the table for the Southside? You wouldn't have to talk with the sheriff about that. If he see fit to do that and got the and come to us, because we don't control that. Okay. The sheriff, only thing we do, the sheriff bring a budget at us. He's a constitutional officer that mandated 85% of our tax dollars is mandated by the state. I can't even say I'm not going to get the sheriff his money. They'll laugh me out of that. They'll laugh me out of that room. If all 5 commissioners say they're not going to fund the sheriff in their fire part, they ain't gonna go to the judge. They're gonna do an injunction. They're gonna freeze our account. When I say our, I'm talking about the taxpayer. It's mandated. 85% of the things that your tax dollar go to is mandated by the state, from your public service, EMA service, sheriff department. Only thing my job is, he come to our budget, I can control the money if it don't make sense. But once we get him that money and vote, and by the way, it's a 3-2 vote. 3-2 vote gonna be the majority, but once he get that money in this thing, it's gonna be up to him what he do with it. But with the relationship we have with the sheriff, they need to call the sheriff and ask the sheriff. Say, sheriff, we need Bill Massey. Sheriff Massey's a nice guy. If you come to him, he'll answer the phone just like I answer. He always answered it when I ever had to call him, and he'll sit down and talk with you. They 19 officers short, so I don't know how they're gonna man it, But that's something that people, if they want a precinct over here, they need to get with the sheriff and talk with him and ask him, what do it take for us to get a precinct over here? Hold him accountable.
Make him look at the numbers. He bring that to the county commissioners. We'll look at the budget, see where we can fit it in, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen because everybody around that board is pro safety in Baldwin County.
How would you feel about a precinct on the Southside?
I think it's a great idea. But I don't.
You can't put anything in the works for that to kind of push that through, or
I can make a phone call, but I'm telling you that people also can make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
If you got Kendra Butt making a phone call, and you got 100 citizens over here making a phone call, we're more powerful. My fist is more stronger with it closed than with one finger touching you.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit you with these knuckles, it's gonna be more stronger. So the people.
Is that a threat?
No, that's not a. I'm just. I like boxing and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, the people are more stronger in unity and together. So we gotta. If the people over here want a precinct, get a petition up. Bring it to the board.
How many signatures would you think it would take to at least get to turn somebody's head?
I would like to see everybody in this community that want it over here do that. I don't know how many want it. Might be some people over here that don't want it.
You might be right.
Here's some people that didn't even want the sign out there.
This is the Southside.
Here's some people that didn't even want the sign out there. Don't want the camera out there. So you're gonna always have any decision you make. You're gonna always have people for it and against it.
Exactly.
So you want to make sure that for is more greater, and even you got to make sure that when you bring the information to me, I'm looking at the economics. I'm looking at the desire of the people, what they want and why they want it, and who for it and who against it.
Mm-hmm.
Play it, George. Play it out. Let me see what you want. So if you want a precinct over here, I would say nobody never came to a commissioner meeting and told me. Nobody never called me. I've been in office 4 years and said they want a precinct on the Southside.
So I'm the first one to mention that to you.
Yeah, you're the first one. Nobody never came to a meeting and called and said that. And said we need a precinct over here. Because if they would have told me that, I would tell them what I'm telling you right now. You need to get with the sheriff. You can't just pull a precinct and put it over here. You got to look at numbers. We're already 19 officers showing. This is no secret or nothing like that, because this is something when we have budget meeting that's public and it's there, and let it know. So you got to, my thing I push the people in the community, just don't hold the commissions and the city council responsible. You got to hold every elected official. My job is not to control crime in the county. It's to give budget to. So you need to call the sheriff and talk with him. Said we don't want crime on the south side. What we need to do. He gonna bring it to us. Or you can come to the commission. I don't care. You're gonna come to the commission and say that. I don't have crime where I live at, but I'm responsible for all of Baldwin County, District 2, and all of Baldwin County. But I'm gonna concentrate on the things that people bring to me, that people tell me what's wrong in the community, and things that I see. It's a lot of things that I thought we need to do. That I have tried to fight. But I don't know what your concerns is, because my concerns might be different from your concerns.
Exactly.
So you try to look at it. I get hundreds of phone calls a week, man.
Hundreds.
And people that call to me, they concern is just important as the one that I just got off the phone with and the one gonna call me after that. So it's up to me to try to figure out. And some of the people I had to tell them, you can't do that. They get upset and say things, and I tell them why. This is why we can't do it. Because if I do it for you, I got to do it for every citizen in Baldwin County. And government ain't designed to do things for private citizens. It's designed to provide services and make sure the community is safe and thrive and economic development and bring things like that. It's not to be for one individual. I believe in synergy, that everybody in the room, synergy and no ideal around that table is greater than the next idea, but all the ideas together we can come up with a common cause. Shifting the paradigm. I believe in old things and what we need to do. But it's a difficult job. Sometimes you have to let people know that this is bigger than you. It's bigger than me. This is about collective and all together. So we're stronger together in any community.
It's about unity.
Right, in any community.
Yeah. So exactly what is it that you're concentrating on working on presently? Right
now, what we're presently working on, we're getting ready to start collecting the T-Splosh in April the 1st. Collectively, I'm working on trying to do some storm drainage in my district on Deacon Simmons Road. Some things we got off of Atlas French Road. I can't think of the street. The first street on the left. We're trying to get the Hartford area, Phipps Creek area, trying to clean up the blight, get the community. That was some of the things I'm working, trying to get the blight cleaned up, trying to get the roads fixed from First Creek all the way down to Phipps Creek area. That's one of my biggest things I want to see done on the Hartford Creek area and Phipps Creek area, and off of Allen Street and Irby Creek area. They roads is in terrible condition, never been touched in 40, 50 years, and they bad. They bad. So the T-Splons, I'm gonna be pushing hard to try to. I think the T-Splons in the area, my area, consists of about 3 miles of road that need to be did. Because I'm on the road committee, and I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the road mileage. The road mileage in my area consists of about 3 miles. So we should be able to get all the roads on that list paved in the 3 to 5 years in that area. So those are some of the areas I'm looking at: Irby Road, Allen Street, Field Street, Hartford area.
Okay.
Trying to fix those areas.
As a whole, are you honestly, candidly satisfied with your performance since you've been in office?
I am, but it's still a work in progress. It's a battle, man. We've been deprived for 40 years. 40 years, and I tell people that I'll be honest with you. I look you in the eyes, I'll be honest with you. The problems that we got in our community, they just start with my 4 years. We got 50, 60 years of problem because of, and I hate to say that, because of bad leadership and people not being held accountable and manage our money in our side of town. So you gotta fight. I'm not satisfied, but I'm just beginning. I'm just beginning with what we need to do on the Southside and what we gotta do. It's gonna be a constant battle. We didn't get in this condition in 4 years. We ain't gonna get out of this condition in 4 years.
I can agree with that.
But my thing is, we got to get the community involved. You gotta fight. I'm a Marine, man. I went in the Marine when I was 17 years old. So, I've been fighting all my life, living in the project and stuff, though. But so, I understand you got to be able to do things in your community. You got to be able to stand up. You got to be strong. I come from a strong foundation with my grandparents and mother raising me, so I'm not afraid of no opposition, nobody questioning me. Only thing I say, talk to me with respect, and I'm going to treat you with respect. You get how you treat me, that's how I'm going to treat you, and I ain't going to fight you. I'm going to walk away from you if you let me. But the things I'm saying, we got to come in the community. We got to join together. We can't just keep pointing fingers. Oh, he said this. Oh, he going to do this. Well, what did you say? What did you do? I look in the mirror every morning and ask God, what can I do to make that world better? Not what Jimmy can do. I don't call Jimmy and say, Jimmy, what can you do? I look in the mirror and say, God, how can you guide me and make this world better? It might not touch nothing but a half a life, one life. Might be not kill that squirrel that run across the road or whatever.
Progress, though, then.
Right. So, it got to be. I'm not into
blame,
putting the problems and blames on them to, hey, you got a problem? Let's sit down, man, and talk. How can we, what it is, why I been like that? I believe in the why analysis. Keep asking why to it. No way you need to ask why. It's gonna be tough questions. Sometimes we're gonna agree. Sometimes we're gonna disagree to agree and walk away. But it's out of love and it's out of respect. So that's what I believe in. We should be. No, I'm not satisfied. No, I'm not satisfied we did because of it. I'm upset because we even allowed for 40 years that our community to be in the condition it's in. So, and it's a lot. I was on the other side of the podium where I wasn't exposed to all the numbers. I'm in meetings looking at these numbers I'm like, wait a minute now, this ungodly amount of money coming in our community. There's no reason with the leader, if we had some proper leadership, there's no reason our community should be looking like it's looking now. I think I'd have made significant changes. A few changes, I ain't gonna say significant, a few changes in the last 4 years I'm in office, but this is something not gonna be did in 4 years. It's gonna take time. We working, going out doing things I'm doing in the community, talking with the people, engaging the people, knocking on doors, asking them, what do you need? What do you want? Okay, you want that? Come to the meeting. Get it together. If you look at the things I did in the ordinance circle, I come in office 10 years, there's been wood over, all that wood that was over there, destroying the community. I went to the board, talked with them, say, hey, we need to get this out of this community. Just by having and I met them out there to sign a petition to pick it up about some things were going on out there, and I saw the wood out there then. So you got to get engaged and you got to get out in your community. That's why I have community meetings. Tell people to come out, tell me your concerns, When I had the next meeting, we mark off the list of the concerns that been did. Then I tell them, hey, we working on these, or I don't think this gonna be possible. I'm honest with people. I tell them what I can and what I can't do. Because you got to deal with it. Taxpayer money, 5 people around that board. And I ain't the only one in my district got problems. They getting phone calls every day about their problems in their community.
You're the 20%. You're one of the
one of the votes. And they got a community and the people that they got and constituents that they got to go to. Yeah. So it's a battle based on the tax dollars. And that's when I bring the numbers up and say, why we can't get it here? Well, show me where these tax dollars went. What do we did with this tax money? A lot of things that I have to deal with and talk with, they ain't for the public, no, because they don't care about it, they for them to understand. But them the battles we have to do behind closed doors and talking with people. You have to hold these people fiscally responsible and be responsible, because y'all entrust me to be responsible for the taxpayer dollars. So I have to ask tough questions. Sometimes it step on people's toes and make them mad, because they ain't never, I don't care them. I didn't come in this to make friends.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. I come in here to serve the people.
Right.
And see where these dollars at. And why we can't do that. Well, we collected $55 million on T-Splosh. We got 400 miles of road. You say it's $1 million to do 1 mile. How many miles? You got to add them miles up with the money that we just spent. Don't tell me why it ain't adding up. So, that's my job to ask those tough questions and then do that. Because I got to answer to y'all, and I know y'all. So I know when I go, I don't like telling y'all in the community that I don't know. I don't know, because if you ask me something, say I don't know, then I'm going to go try to find the answer out to come back to you and let you know. So,
So, how did you enjoy the interview? You think?
Yeah, I think it went good. It's always good when you can talk and engage the people, and hopefully it ought to make something positive that someone listen to this. My main thing, I hope they get from this when I leave, get involved in your community, your local politics.
Become active. Because
it makes a difference. Don't put it on my back to do everything, because I can't do something for you if I don't know what you want, because what I got planned for the community might not be what collectively what everybody else wants. And that's why I love to have my meetings, engage the people, because it's got to work for the overall people, and it's got to fit in the scheme of Baldwin County. So, but if you don't talk to me and you don't tell me and you don't show up at meetings and you don't know who your school board member is and county commissioner is, where you vote at, where your tax dollar going, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. We in this days and age now with the technology you got. Nobody should be ignorant. When I say ignorant, don't mean you dumb. It means you unaware. Nobody should be unaware of anything. And people are more concerned with what concerns them. And I understand that. I understand. So hopefully they get out of this interview to get active, get involved in your community, show up, open your mouth, let the people know what you want, fight for your community. That's the only way we're going to change it. And I want them to know that even if you don't do that, I'm going to fight. I'm a lifelong District 2, Southside, till I die individual that came off here. So the struggle that they go through, I go through, and my family go through them every day too. I hear you, I understand you, I know what it represents, and I'm going to fight every day. Even when I get out of politics, I'll be fighting for the Southside and do that. So I hope that way they get out of it.
Okay. Mr. Kendrick Butts, Commissioner Kendrick Butts, we enjoyed having you here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity.
Hopefully we can get him to come back when we bring back Mr. Floyd.
Yes, sir. And
sit in on that. He'll be running for, what office will he be running for?
He's running for 149, the new district. They just resigned. And by the way, I endorse Floyd. He got my full weight of anything I can do. He know that. And I hope the people understand that he'll be a good man in that position. From being the first mayor and the things he did, from the history of his family, what they have doing in Baldwin County, he got my support. I'll do whatever I can to get him in office. So I would love to be back here with him, staying to the side out the way, because he's a great speaker, and he's a great speaker. He can handle his own weight and do what he need to do, but I think he'll be a great person for that spot. And I don't think he's going to have no problem in Baldwin County on the south side. So
yeah, I agree. He's a great individual, superior individual.
Right.
I can't say enough about him. But we'll get Mr. Butts to come back, sit in on that with Mr. Floyd. Also, we're going to have Clarence Hall. I think all of us going
Gotcha.
Sit down. We're gonna have like
I definitely want to be back at Clarence Hall. If Mr. Hall come back, I definitely want to be back when he come back.
Yeah,
I hope you hear that too, Clarence.
Like I said earlier, Hall will be here next week, and like I said, we're gonna try to get all of us to sit down.
Okay.
Sometime in the near future, I guess, in support of Mr. Floyd Griffin.
Okay.
And the District 149 when he's running. So,
okay.
Man, it was nice having you.
Yes, sir. It was a pleasure being here with you. And don't forget about them Bravettes that brought that championship back. So congratulations to you all. The city and the county working on something to do. Give y'all that parade. Give y'all the accolades that y'all need. Y'all did a great, outstanding job. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And y'all ain't went unnoticed. And thank you for putting some light on the county. And cause y'all made us proud. Y'all made the county proud for what y'all. Even if whatever happened, even the boys made us proud. The boys made us proud. So y'all continue, listen to your parents, your teachers, and hope your careers go further to the seniors. And we're looking forward to another state championship next year. So that's it.